Okay, I'm going to start the video tour of apartment 2015. This is your entry hall. I apologize, the camera's a little bit more zoomed in than the actual space, so things are going to look a little bit closer than they actually are. Okay, so you have your closet space here. Okay, and we have first hallway. Go into the second bathroom. See, if I step back a little bit, you can actually get a feeling for the size. So you have this here, a little bit of room in the corner, bathroom and the tub. Alright, more importantly, bedrooms. We'll start with the second bedroom here, back it up a little bit. So when you walk in, you have some space going along the first wall, and there is a jack in the wall for telephone TV. So you move into the bedroom. Again, it looks a little bit closer on my screen than it is in actuality, but you do have the floor plans with dimensions as well. This is probably more just a visual guide for you. You'll notice you have sliding doors, so you don't have to worry about the door actually pulling into the space and getting in the way of a bed or anything like that. I'm going to hop in the closet here for a minute and see if I can get a better view of the other space here. So that's really the only wall that has a cutout in it. Otherwise, the room is pretty much squared off, and you have a little ledge by the window as well. Plugs on all walls. Alright, heading back into the hallway. So I'm going to back it up here for a minute. So you've got a decent amount of hall space here. You should actually be able to, either on this wall right here in front of me, or conceivably back in the entry hall, you should have enough space for a small side table, something like that, and you certainly have enough space on the walls for any kind of shelving or artwork that you'd want to put there. You can probably fit something in this corner as well too. Maybe a leaning bookshelf or a piece of art, maybe a mirror or something to cover up the switchboard there as well. So now we are in the main living space. Obviously you have the killer views here, and again, while I have the focus on the center island here, that of course is something that we can delete from the unit or even move it just a couple inches or a couple feet, you know, whatever you want to do to buy you some more room or help with the configuration. You notice also that you have a lot of storage space on the side of that unit, as well as, of course, the storage space on the interior of the unit. Alright, so here, let me back it up as well and go into the far corner. This is your living room, and I'll just pan all the way over. So that's pretty squared off. Obviously you're going to want to use the dimensions on the floor plan that I sent you for exact measurements, but I can certainly foresee a nice space for not just a couch and maybe 2 seats, but certainly enough space over here by the window perhaps, for a table. And then I would definitely suggest that you guys take advantage of the center island and use that for some bar seating if that's something that you like. You'll notice as well on this wall, you're wired for TV and phone. And interestingly enough, right here on the window, let me see if I can zoom in on it, there you go, there's actually a plug on the window as well. And then you've got more plugs here on this back wall, and again, that one over there is wired for phone and internet. So we'll head back into the other bedroom. This one here is a little bit more cut up in terms of, having closet space actually enter the unit. So, here of course you've got a nice closet when you head straight in, and that's obviously for your washer dryer there, and that's what's taking up some space. And then you have the actual closet right here. And this is actually quite a big one. So you're definitely going to want to use that since you have a little bit less space in the bedroom. You may want to consider not just hanging clothes there, but perhaps even going by the Container Store and getting some brackets to put on the wall I believe they call that the Alpha system. And we have no problem with you putting that in the wall. It might make it a little bit more usable from a space standpoint. And then down here, because this is a big walk-in, again, the camera's not doing it justice, but you've got about, on this wall here, running along, that's actually about, let me think, probably about 2.5 feet, judging by it, so it's actually pretty deep. You may even be able to put either some boxes there or a small dresser or a table, something like that to fill up the space and use it for storage. And then of course you have all the space up here up to the ceiling. In the bedroom, like I said, you're a little bit more constrained, so I would definitely suggest, in this back cutout, that's probably where you want to put a dresser or a small desk or something like that, because you really don't have any option other than putting your bed along that wall and having it face out into the room. And I'm pretty sure on the diagram, the dimensions, it'll suggest that as well. Then you move into the bathroom here, the master bath. It's going to look pretty similar to the other bathroom. Again, I'm very close to it, so not a great idea of the dimensions, but nonetheless. And you have ample storage in here for all kinds of linens and whatever else you may want to tuck away. So you've got that too. All right, so that more or less covers it. Again, not the best demonstration for actual size and depth, but this may give you a good feeling for visually what the unit looks like and where you may want to place things. I'll give you one last shot of the living room space, which is probably the most important, since that's something that you guys are all collectively going to have to think about in terms of what you can fit. And I'll give it to you from the other side. All right, any questions, let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to send this over to you and give you the dimensions again. Make sure you have a fresh copy of that. Take care.